Hey folks, I just wanted to do a super quick update on the build. I did manage to get the first level 100 mage of Season 2 while playing this build. I was in a group. As expected early on, the single target damage of this build is nowhere near enough for a 4-player HP boss. However, the AoE clear, the coverage of this build being able to apply brand to pretty much the entire screen, meant that I was able to run through maps, hitting all of the enemies with Plasma Orb while automating it with Flame Rush, which meant that all the trash was pretty much dead all the time, allowing our Shatter Strike player to focus on big rares and bosses and stuff like that. So it did end up working quite well. But as soon as I started playing solo, you can see it really just pops off as far as like clear speed. Just the AoE coverage is insane. You have the mobility while doing damage. It is the Autobomber that I expected it to be. Anyway, if you do like this sort of thing, please consider leaving a like on the video, and I will be sure to do more updates going forward. The build is really, really good at clear. The single target is as expected, not super great yet. We really need our strength scaling, which I haven't switched to yet. You can see 138 int. I don't have any strength, so I can't use the fundamental criterion to scale the brand of deception to really pump up that single target. It's a little bit awkward. It's fine. The bosses are safe. You can do them, but it's probably going to take 1 or 2 minutes until you really get that damage scaling, unless you have a better way to scale the brand, or you're using the lightning blast or whatever will give you a little bit more damage. But overall, that's where we're at. One thing I do want to make a big point of is that the idols, the new idols, are absolutely insane for this build. The amount of shock that you get is nuts. And then even outside of shock, just the amount of resist that you get makes it super easy to be capped res, even with terrible gear. So here I have shock on all of my idols, and then some sort of resist or some other thing. You also get like crazy amounts of armor and resist. Like the little idols are also pretty insane. You can get whatever other resist you're missing, some DOT stats. Do not sleep on these idols. Go run your tombs, go run your prophecies. Get these idols as soon as you can. The stats from this, especially for this build, is pretty huge. You can see here 542 shock chance, and we're just getting started. This number will be much higher. And for this build, each 1% of shock chance is 6% more damage. So it's a lot. And yeah, so Volatria Helm, I think, is #1 priority. This is the item that you want to get before anything else. You don't even need Mana Guide. To get started, you can just run around casting automated Brand of Deception with Flame Rush, and then just continue moving to just have Plasma Orb spinning. The Plasma Orb will apply Brand to basically the whole screen. Everything is dying to DOTs, so that's good. The Helm just gives you all the scaling. Do not bother with the Reforge set until you can get a T7, because you'll get a low shock chance conversion. So yes, just stick with this helmet. It's not too bad, you get Lightning Pen, but until you get a T7 with the Rune of Havoc, so that's the only way you're going to be able to do it. You craft on the set, and then you Rune of Havoc it to get T7. Just continue using this. It'll be completely fine. Otherwise, this is what you need to start. If you want to have a 15 mana Lightning Blast, you will need to be using a non-wand, something that doesn't reduce the spell cost. So if you're reducing it, Lightning Blast will be under 15. So if you want to apply Brand with Lightning Blast, which does do more damage, because it has damage multipliers in the skill tree, then you will need something like this. This is, I think, the best one-hander that you can get until you go into Cleaver. This base has DOT on it, so that makes it good. It has no minus mana, and you can get whatever other stats you want on it. So something like this is actually not bad at all. And then eventually you go into Cleaver. I do see a lot of people going Cleaver a little bit too early. So if you have like 30 strength and you go Cleaver, it's going to just kill all of your intelligence. You're going to have basically no stats, and you're going to be very weak. So until you have a bunch of items like this, which I'm just saving, keeping on standby, do not use Cleaver. Like, wait, you'll be fine. Just continue using int. It's going to be a lot easier. So I'll show you roughly what it looks like. So we'll just jump into an echo here. So the playstyle that I'm going with right now is I kind of just slide around. So you can see here's a champion. It is a little bit slow. but it's fairly safe, so that's one thing I like. The champions are Giga tanky. This is 300 corruption. I kind of just pushed to 300 pretty quickly. What is this? Nothing. So we'll keep going. And this is what it looks like. You just apply brand to the whole screen. As far as like safe leveling pretty quickly, it's actually not bad. So as I said, it is an Autobomber. You'll notice that I do have haste a lot of the time. I'm getting haste from focus, so this is the solution we cooked up. So the lightning blast itself is actually not super great for coverage, just because it doesn't hit enough targets. That's why I'm using Plasma Orb. For bosses, if you want more damage, you can switch to Covenant Arc, which will apply a lot more damage. You'll get bigger hits because it gives you more shock chance. So, but yeah, you can see it's kind of just plowing through stuff. Even the rares are getting wrecked. You can see some 25k DOT ticks. It's really not bad. But Plasma Orb, I definitely think Plasma Orb is the play. Just for coverage, it's really great. And then if you want to get a lot more damage once you have the strength set up, what you'll do for boss is you'll just grab these two nodes here. So you'll go 1, 2, convert Flame Rush to cold, and then just put Flame Rush here, cold, cold, and then put your Lightning Flame Ward here. So cold, cold, lightning. That'll give you Covenant Arc. And then you just automate drop it on the boss. One thing, it's a little bit of a problem, but right now your Lightning Blast will be overriding your brand. So if you want to use Covenant Arc for huge boss damage, so that'll be like up to like 3 or 4 times more damage potentially. So pretty significant boost. You'll want to remove 1 point in here just so that Lightning Blast doesn't overwrite. For whatever reason, they fixed the DOT overwriting for some of the Sentinel DOTs, but they didn't fix it for Mage. So we still have that problem where your weaker DOTs will overwrite the stronger DOTs. So yeah, if you want way more boss damage with the strength setup, drop a point in here, and then do cold, cold, lightning with fundamental criterion scaling the strength, and it'll give you significantly more damage. One thing that is nice though is that we do have the, oh, I need to fix this. WASD is also really nice, by the way. You can see I'm changing stuff while avoiding enemies. So there we go, back to Plasma Orb. One thing that's really nice about this current setup is that my ailments are actually overriding each other, but in a good way. So Plasma Orb doesn't have much for damage multiplier. So that's just the AoE I apply to the entire screen. But the Lightning Blast does have damage multipliers, and it's auto-cast by focus, but it has a much bigger DOT. So I first apply a weak DOT to the entire screen, and whatever is still alive, the Lightning Blast will just keep reapplying a stronger DOT to the same enemies. And they're kind of fighting with each other a little bit, but I still think you end up with more damage than you would otherwise. But yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. You can see here this champion is kind of getting wrecked. We are fairly tanky when we're casting focus. We have a bunch of the DR from the focus tree. Our mana is fine because of focus, just giving us a bunch. The lower you are, the more focus gives. And as I said, you can see here we have the haste. I'll post my current planner in the description of this video. But otherwise, yeah, this is where we're currently at. I'll quickly just show our focus tree. So this is what I went with. No cooldown, I think, is what you probably want to get started. This is just going to make everything feel much better. So the playstyle, I guess just to clarify what I'm doing, you just hold, I'm holding right click here towards my cursor, and then you just alternate. Hold Q, hold right click, hold Q, hold right click, hold Q, hold right click. That's it. That's the entire gameplay of this build. You're literally just holding Q, then holding right click. Holding Q, refresh your haste, hold right click. And then you just hit Flame Ward when you need it. That's it. There's no clunkiness with this playstyle at all. Like, I know a lot of people were concerned about just doing the rechanneling to get the burst of ward from focus once you have the armor node in the Rune Master tree. But this is the playstyle you want anyway, because you need mobility. You're not just like holding focus forever. For one, it's really slow. This is not what you want. You want to be alternating. Flame Rush, which is also channeling focus, so you're permanently channeling. You should never be just walking. Like, this is not what you want. Channeling, more channeling. And with this playstyle, you're actually really fast. As I said, your clear is good, you're tanky, you have pretty much everything you need. Only thing we're missing right now is the boss damage. But anyway, yeah, that's where we're at. And as always, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.